What do you want from a cricket memoir? Just the on field heroics or the off field heartbreaks, politics, and personal chaos too? Hi, I'm Abhinav Chakraborty, and this is Turn the Page, Frontline's Books Show. For starters, this is a show where each episode we dissect one book, fiction, non fiction, or short stories, and tell you what's worth bookmarking and what's better left unread. With IPL 2025 hitting its fever pitch, this episode's all about cricket. Our pick? Fearless, the memoir of Mohinder Amarnath, co written with his brother Rajender. Mohinder Amarnath is a legend in his own right. He played a key role in India's 1983 World Cup win at Lord's. Yet, despite a 2 decade long international career and a knack for facing the world's fastest bowlers abroad, he spent much of it being dropped and recalled, often at the whims of selectors. That long, frustrating journey builds up to an outburst we'll get to soon. Early on in the book, Mohinder lays out the towering influence of his father, Lala Amarnath, one of Indian cricket's earliest icons, not just on his game, but on life itself. Lala was a tough taskmaster, training his sons for every condition, physical or mental. But the Amarnath surname was also a burden, a monkey on the back, especially when it came to dealing with cricket administrators who seemed oddly allergic to it. It's clear from the start that Fearless is about Mohinder's years on the pitch, his journey from 1969 to 1989. The chapters are neatly divided by tours, with four of them built around his multiple comebacks to the national team. Everything off the field takes a backseat. That makes the book more focused, but does it make it more engaging? Let's find out. Much of the narrative centers on Mohinder's on field battles in domestic and international cricket. These sections are rich in detail and drop you right into the action. Then there's that infamous moment, his public rebuke of the selectors as a bunch of jokers. Through the book, you feel the slow burn of frustration. Here's a man who scored all 11 of his test centuries abroad, only to see his career constantly disrupted by backstage politicking. Eventually, something snapped. But here's the thing, at over 400 pages, the book could have used a bit of pruning. After a while, match recaps blur into each other. Some anecdotes start to feel like replays. You can't help but wonder if a different co author, maybe a full time sports writer, might have trimmed the fat and tightened the story. A 50 or even 60-page reduction wouldn't have hurt. Also, for all the space devoted to his bond with Lalaji, Mohinder's own family life barely features. His wife and daughters make brief appearances, but we don't learn how he met Bikku, his wife, whom he compares with the Rock of Gibraltar. Even for a cricket memoir, that absence stands out. And finally, the most frustrating bit. When it comes to naming names, Mohinder balances honesty with caution. He's refreshingly candid about stars like Sunil Gavaskar and Kapil Dev, but stops short of exposing the administrators who, he claims, quietly sabotaged his career. A little less restrained there, and the book might have had sharper edges. You know what they say? The proof of the pudding is in the eating. But maybe Fearless needed a few more bold strokes to match its title. So I'm Abhinav Chakraborty, and I'll see you in another episode of Turn the Page.